but it just seemed so forced just to throw this extra stress in here. You already had the tension with the other gang member or any of the gang members that were that had shot at him originally when they did the carjacking.
His cousin?
The carjacking at the
No,
beginning.
they killed those guys. In the scene where the guys...
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. In the movie as a whole, you already had that in there.
Well, but you're getting ahead. You don't get ahead of me.
All right, well, let me back up real quick.
Because I know where you're going, but that's the reason Hyena and the whole situation is in there.
Well, I want to.
Serves two purposes.
I want to say that right before the carjacking, they went and MC8 and everybody that was with him went and got gas. He only paid $3 for gas, which I thought was awesome, considering how much gas is now.
Yeah, who has them snaps on the Petros?
We said that. We used to say that all the time.
Snaps on the Petros?
Yes. Yeah,
Probably quoted a lot of this movie.
Oh, yeah. I realized that one of my buddies says quite a few of these lines all the time, and I didn't realize he was getting it from this movie.
How do the other KKK members feel about that?
Did you already talk? You didn't already get to the part where they stole the car in the parking garage, did you? Was that later?
Yeah, no. Yeah, because that's where the dogs come out, and then he gets interrogated about the liquor store.
Okay. I thought it was funny that as soon as they pulled into the parking garage, there was no suspicion of them doing anything. It's just three guys driving a parking garage, and the parking garage attendants are gone.
No.
He's already...
They were ducked down when they went through.
Right.
And they came back up too quickly. He saw that there were now three. That's why he was suspicious. Because he was wondering why two guys were ducked down.
They were tying their shoes.
Both at the same time, where I'm guessing that's probably a standard formula that people use to steal cars.
I wouldn't know. I never stole a car, so I just thought that was kind of odd that, as soon, even if he did, see one of them set up, it's like it's kind of presumptuous on you to automatically think, oh, something bad's going to happen. I'm going to call the cops right now, and those cops got there quick.
Yeah, because it's a white neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. Nice cars.
But do we know that?
Yeah, because of all the nice cars.
Because of all the nice cars. Okay.
Because that's where they went.
So he hooks up with Hyena, and then later on he gets the call from Hyena. She says she's pregnant and all that jazz. And he also had been asked by Ronnie to go to Atlanta with her and her son and get, start a new life, start over. And he was against it because he's like, I'm still going to be black, and honestly...
Message!
Being in Atlanta you would think even be a little worse because it's the South. But the call from Ayana kind of is what pushes him to decide to go to Atlanta. He's like, I need to get the fuck away from this kid that might be mine. And before he goes, he's at his grandparents' house, and it's, it's what, 2 weeks or a few days or something before they're leaving. And Ayena's cousin shows up and calls out Kane for trying to ditch his cousin. I don't like the way you treat a partner. This is partner a lot.
Partner.
And then another one of my favorite parts is when Kane goes, we'll see. He's like, I don't think you know me like that. Boom! And then just starts beating the shit out of him, and he's kicking him and kicking him and kicking him. And his grandfather comes out, his overly religious grandfather comes out. Exodus 7:13 says, comes out, grabs him, pulls him in, and then classic O-Dog goes up to him after the dude's already on the ground, bleeding, punk motherfucker, and gets one last kick in. And his grandfather kicks him out, tells him he has to go now, no exceptions, got to get out.
I thought was really harsh. Yeah, he's doing some shit that he probably shouldn't be, but damn, he's already lost both his parents.
But it was a last... Well, no, he lost his parents when he was young.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
He's lost his parents. Type thing.
He's lost his parents. He's getting ready to graduate high school. At least, give him some time and he'll probably be gone anyway.
Well, but he'd had
they're
enough.
like, nope, out. Nope, not going to hear it anymore.
But that wasn't the...
But it does happen like that in the community. It's just the way it is. They'll kick you out quicker than anything.
One other thing, too. Earlier in the movie, I thought it was funny that his grandpa was watching It's a Wonderful Life.
Mm-hmm.
He must have had a copy of the VHS and decided to watch it because that only airs on TV during Christmas time. And
well, yeah, it was 1993, not 1945.
What do you mean? What are you
They had VCRs were pretty.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Who watches that? Who watches
well,
that?
I think it was more to display the wholesomeness, and I'm sure they probably had a limited budget as to what rights they could. It was probably the cheapest thing. It probably became public domain at that point.
I was going to say, it probably was public domain, so it's like, oh, we'll just have him watch that.
Yeah, it was more just to kind of accentuate how good and clean and religious his grandfather was supposed to be. Which it did, but then again, that's kind of another thing, is his grandfather, who's supposed to be this very deeply devout religious man, is basically showing judgment and, disowning his grandson.
Do you think Cain was the baby's daddy?
For Aina?
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely.
You think so?
Yeah.
But he used Jimmy.
No, he packed the Jimmy extra tight. And, but then again, also, Sharif said, there's been a lot of people up in that.
That's what I'm saying. It's possible that he wasn't even the dad.
Where was Maury?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
In the case of Aina, Cain, you are not the father.
Oh,
what?
I told you, but he's got your ears.
Hey.
A guy I went to high school with was on Maury once.
For that?
No, for my boyfriend's cheating on me, where they set up the obviously too hot to be hitting on these guys decoy, and he totally fell for it.
Yeah.
He's like touching her boob and stuff. And then he comes out and they're all booing him. He's like,
dude,
whatever, I got mad eyes.
You are at the
got
Boy
to
Code
know.
show, and all of a sudden this chick is walking up on you. You have to know that that's happening.
Oh, this guy was delusional enough to go along with it. He's actually super. He seems to be a super nice normal
Just
guy.
what they're looking for.
But we were all a little crazy when we were younger. He was funny though. But so I do think it was his. But he decides that he's gonna move to Atlanta. So Sharif and Stacy. Stacy was the college football player. There's always the big college athlete.
Yeah.
And he was the one that him and Sharif are going to Kansas. Stacy was going to go to school, and Sharif was going to go be a Muslim, which was a great idea in the Midwest. And they're helped pack it up, Also, yeah, right before they leave, the scene with him and faggot-ass Chauncey. Where he beats the shit out of him.
That's Pinky from Friday.
Yeah.
Next Friday.
Actually, Chauncey in this movie is kind of great, though. Let me get some of them grits, motherfucker. And I'm obviously using motherfucker instead of what he says. But yeah, let me get some of them grits. I'm hungry as a motherfucker.
And that white dude comes up. Oh, you want me to come back at night?
Yeah, don't come before this motherfucker before 1 o'clock, motherfucker.
What's the matter? You'll have me. What did he say? Have me steal something for you, but you won't come back up in the hood at night.
Yeah, you don't want to come around. Better get this motherfucking ass out of here before sundown, motherfucker. That's what I know.
he takes off for quick and then trips over it.
Let's see if the motherfucking 5-0 gets a hold of this motherfucking tape, motherfucker. See what they motherfuckers thinking in there, how motherfucking hard that motherfucker is. Because, yeah, Cain beats the shit out of Chauncey for getting aggressive with Ronnie. And so Stacy and Sharif are helping him pack up the next day. And as they're packing up, Ronnie's kid's out on his big wheel, riding around the neighborhood. And we see kind of cut sequences between them packing up and Aina's cousin, who Cain had beat the shit out of, getting together with his friends and driving over to pull a drive-by. And the whole time, all you can think of is, oh my God, they're going to kill the kid. They're going to shoot the kid. Oh my God, they're going to shoot the kid. And then...
They don't.
Well, but it's, I think, a little bit symbolic. Cain, who has led his entire life looking out for himself and being selfish, his last act is to save a kid who he had wanted to have a better future than he had had. So he could be a better role model to him. That's his last act. That's what he did with his last breaths of life, was to save the kid. So it's a noble thing after kind of being a shitty person most of his life. which I thought was symbolic, and I thought was a very good ending.
I thought the story itself was not exactly the same, but real similar to Boys in the Hood. And there's probably even some bits of some of the other movies that came out around the same time. So in that aspect, I thought the story was, just was okay. But considering, I think Boys in the Hood came out before this did. I'm not exactly sure. Hold on. I'm trying to stall while I figure that out. Boys in the Hood came out in 91. Yeah. So they took... It's like...
But this movie was more... This was like an adult Boys in the Hood, to be honest. Boys in the Hood's pretty tame. I mean, there's 2 scenes of real violence. This movie was gritty. This movie was... both movies take place in the hood. You got one character in each film that are trying to get out of the hood and try and get away from it all. So it's there's a lot of similarities there. Sure, everything else around it's different. But Cuba Gooding Jr. in Boys in the Hood was a pretty innocent protagonist. He was a pretty clean protagonist. Kane is like the bad guy you can't believe you're rooting for. He was almost like an early black incarnation of Tony Soprano.
Cuba Gooding Jr. in that movie was a good kid.
Yeah, he was a
good kid, but he was in a bad
environment.
And trying to get out while.
But Kane embraced.
Kane was the bad environment.
He was a gangster.
But
you found yourself rooting for him and
leaving the hood.
But that's he doesn't.
He doesn't get a chance to, but he's going to.
And that's why it's kind of powerful. That's why the movie resonated with people. That's why it's...
Well, like I said, I mean, it's not exactly... The two scripts are not exactly the same. Yeah, that's true. But it's like they took some of the stuff from Boys, and they took some other stuff from other movies.
85% of critics on Rotten Tomatoes have certified it fresh.
Fresh?
It is bleak, brilliant, and unsparing. This is a powerful, convincing, and terrifying look at teenage crime and
now we're reading Rotten Tomato reviews.
It's been a while. I mean, you have to be honest. It's been a while since he hit the Rotten Tomato.
I know. But
we were doing Mortal Kombat and No Holds Barred.
Yeah. He noticed he stayed away from that.
and actually, you know what? This is Roger Ebert praising the way the filmmakers tell Kane's story without making him seem either the hero or victim. It's exactly what I just said.
Well, that's true because he wasn't a hero.
He kind of was. He was heroic at the end. And like I said, I looked up to O-Dog. That was actually my hero.
Which I thought it was funny when he shot the crackhead, and nobody cared. FC8 and the girl were just like, really?
Hey, now he's not going to be asking them to suck the good bits.
I just thought that was funny. I kind of got a laugh out of that.
Whoa. In 1994, It was awarded Best Movie, beating out the likes of Philadelphia, Jurassic Park, and Schindler's List.
Was this the BET Awards?
The MTV Awards.
I was about to say, hold on, what was this for?
Yeah. So, couple little things.
Tupac wanted to play O-Dog.
Okay. Couple things I thought were kind of funny were the pagers, the use of the pagers. Yeah, I know that was the time that's what we used, but it just brought back memories. It's like, oh shit, yeah, I remember using having a pager. And if in the opening scene in the convenience store, when O-Dog takes the lady to the back before he shoots her, it stays on that shot of the doorway. You can see the glass Gatorade bottles. You remember glass Gatorade bottles?
Yeah.
I was like, oh damn! I forgot that they used to be glass. So that just that was a kind of a funny thing to see. The Watts footage that they would show that they were showing at the beginning of the film, all the black and white footage. Did you watch it on DVD?
Yeah.
Was it some of that pixelated, like really badly?
I mean,
I don't.
It's draining footage, anyways.
Right. I didn't know if it